Hello, and welcome back to episode 75 of my Darkest Dungeon Let's Play. Today, we are taking down our final simple boss. I say simple, I just mean from these regions, and not from the Darkest Dungeon itself, and it is the Formless Flesh, for which we will receive the Flesh's Heart Trophy, which is massive bleed resistant, more health, roasting power by Cleansing Crystal, which I don't really give a fuck about, a bunch of crests, and a bunch of gold. And we have camp ones, blah blah. We're taking a relatively tanky party with Foxuno man at arms up front, who's going to be using Defender and Retribution, maybe Rampart and Crush, maybe. Do I care about Rampart? No, I don't. I would rather have Bolster. Give everyone dodge and speed. That's pretty cool. Last minute changes. Great. Next up we have Dexter, who I've given accuracy to because I'm tired of fucking lepers not hitting their targets. So she's basically there just to rip through things with Hew, Chop, Purge if all of our targets are gone, and Withstand for more tankiness. We have Jendo for clearing out the midsections, just with a little bit of Harvest and Slice Off. Harvest is good because it has 2 targets, which is good for the final boss of this area. We have Battle Ballad for speed, accuracy and crits, and also Inspiring Tune for stress healing, which will combo nicely with the Bright Tambourine. If we get stress, we can get rid of it. And in the back we have Kim, who is rocking our standard healing setup with Judgment and Dazzling Light for a little bit of control, Divine Grace for big heals, and Divine Comfort for party heals. Give this a quick spin, and let's provision. Don't have to be too careful with money anymore, but I'd rather not piss up against the wall anything I don't have to. Just in case we end up losing all of our party members and I have to start spending this money leveling people up.
The spasmodically squirming, braying, and snorting half-corpses were heaped each upon the other until at last I was rid of them. The warrens had become a landfill of snout and hoof, gristle and bone, a mountainous, twitching mass of misshapen flesh fusing itself together in the darkness.
So yeah, all of the experiments that didn't work got piled together and became this monstrosity all by itself.
The thing is more terrible than I can describe. An incoherent jumble of organ, sinew, and bone.
Life finds a way. I'm going to guess the boss is down here, so let's just go that way. Onwards! Right into a trap, Jendo. We're to take 4 damage and 14 stress. But he didn't bleed, that's a plus. We take this torch and burn it straight away.
In radiance, may we find victory.
No, Kim, let's not collect ourselves, let's go forwards. Oh! I meant to say, very, very importantly, yeah. So the new DLC is out, which I'm considering picking up. And the new dynamic that brings is stealth, which I know nothing about, so let me read this with you for the first time. Monsters with stealth have the shadowy appearance and cannot be hit by direct attacks, but are vulnerable to area of effect attacks. Additionally, some hero skills, such as Shield Breaker's Expose, can hit them well in stealth. These skills have additional benefit of de-stealthing the monster. Great! So you don't belong there, let's go back to where you do belong. Now do any of my moves change to help with de-stealthing? No. So let's go for part heal. Delete all that damage that we just got. Oh man, Jendo's taking hits. Right, let's set up Retribution and hope that we can hit the stealth character. And this has nothing to do with stealth, so let's go for a big Hew. Beautiful. Area of effect attacks work, so if I go for Harvest, I missed, but it was targeted, and that hit him. The Retribution does work, and because it's 2 damage, you lost stealth.
Falters.
Great. Let's go for another big party heal. 7 across the board.
A dizzying blow to body and
We
brain.
took a lot of damage there, but the retribution finished them off. Let's go for a crush up front.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Purge, so we can get targets up to the front. Which does generally now can't act on that target, but we should be fine. He can bandage himself and then buff everyone else.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
And set up retribution again, just in case this guy gets another action off. Which he probably won't. 59 damage, Dexter, well done.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Take these home. We will cleanse this. Ooh, what's this? There was a little icon at the bottom there that I haven't seen before. I wonder if that's going to remember my Curio interactions. Or if I'm supposed to click it for more information. Or if I'm just going to get ambushed by some champions. One of those has to be right, right? Set up a retribution. A little bit of crit retribution, never hurt anyone. Go for harvest, bleed both targets, hopefully.
Precision and power.
Yes, Jendo. Go for stun. Who's got the least stun resists? It's both the same. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yes. One less action of him causing his damage. And go for a big chop up front. Whoa! 30 damage. Well done, Dexter. This party seems to work pretty well. I'm happy about it. Right, harvest.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Bolster crush. Crush. You missed, bitch. Part heal.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
I had a really good sleep last night, but do you know that way, like, when you get out of bed, you feel like you didn't wake up? Oh, which brings me on to another topic. Have you ever had the dream where you are like up and out of bed and getting ready for your day, and you like go through most of your daily routine, but then like you actually wake up? You know what I mean? That can't just be me. So like, totally mundane stuff, like you get up, you get out of bed, you brush your teeth, comb your hair, you shine your shoes,
and baubles,
standard stuff,
in blood.
And then, like, you like snore yourself awake, which I do all the time.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted,
and it turns
and
out,
purpose is made clear.
shut up, Wayne. It turns out that you're just still in bed, and you have to do it all again, and it just feels really terrible and boring. And it can't just be me. I'm not going to waste a bandage on that because I'm not really fussed about treasure this week. It's almost a year, Jesus. Imagine playing without treasure for a year. Pretty sure you just die because you couldn't provision. Yes, and we know where the boss is, and we know what's on the way there. This should be hopefully be a nice quick one. I haven't had to use any of the shit I brought with me, for fuck's sake. I just need to get better. Torch that up.
The match is
Oh, that looks quick.
a blazing star is born.
Yeah, I need to get better at like provisioning. I had to realise that if I'm going on a short one, I'm probably not going to see a good opportunity to use 40 foods, for example. Q is area of effect, so I should be able to take out this guy with that. Stun resistances.
A decisive pummeling.
Q.
Confidence
Yeah, goodbye,
surges as
stealth.
the enemy crumbles.
No, that time you took damage and didn't de-stealth. Oh, it's a per round thing. Oh, he's only stealth for one more round. Oh, I should read things before I do things. Slice up because I like you, because you're technically in rank 2 as well. There's more bleed for you. Retribution still active, so we'll go for a bolster. Ow, the extra dodge does nothing. Individual heal. And just stun's gone. Ow! Oh, you missed. But so did we, so it's fine. Everyone's missing. Everyone's doing terribly. It's fine. We're all together in this. Reset retribution.
A powerful blow.
Slice up again. More bleed for the bleed god. Just can't reach you with that. I can reach you with this though. Judgment! Almost enough to kill you. Chop.
Continue the
Retribution
onslaught.
wins the day yet again.
Destroy them all.
Okay, so he's moved back. So if we get a chance, we're going to use Purge. Just to bring him back forward. Judgment! You're still technically in rank 3, so if you still hit you with Slice Off, this brings your bleed up to 15 damage. I'm going to go for another bolster, just for more dodge, so if he does use his big shoot forward move, there's less chance it hits us. But if we Purge, he shouldn't be able to do that, because he's already forward. Yep, he's still using crunching backhands.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Ooh, a secret room. Let's go and pick that up first. Actually, no. We'll go this way, we'll camp here, we'll make space, and then we'll go there. Here's my Traptus armor. Jendo! There you go, you got revenge for that trap earlier that really fucked up your balls. Right, so we'll go in here, we will set up camp for the night. We'll have a
Huddled
feast.
together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
We don't need health or stress relief. So it's just buffages. So we'll go for weapons practice. We'll go for sanctuary, just so I don't have to fight an extra fight. We will give you an instruction so you get more speed. And yeah, that's it. Pretty much standard stuff.
The light, the promise of safety.
So plus 10 damage, plus 5 dodge, and plus 3 speed for 4 battles. 10 damage, 5 crit, 4 battles, and 10 damage, 5 crit, which doesn't really mean anything, but there might be a situation where we can attack with Kim. Who knows? Right, this is free negative quirk removal. Who has the worst negative quirk? Not too terrible. Not too terrible. Not too terrible. Nobody really. Let's go for Dexter. Right, so Dexter, interact with these. What is this little symbol? With a torch. Fear of unholy quirk removed. That's not actually that terrible. Right, so we'll go into the secret room. We will interact with this with a key. I'm thinking once I interact with the same thing twice, that little symbol might change. That's just my assumption. We'll get our puzzling trapezohedrons, and a little fight has popped up. Great, so it's probably going to be a champion. Nope, just a bunch of piggies and a fucking little munch. That's fine, Mark Mill, you want, bitch. See if we can stun you. Nope. Harvest. Retribution, since we're already marked anyway. And Hugh.
Destroyed.
Ow! Luckily she has protection up the wazoo, so she's alright, but still. Rude. More harvests, more bleeds, all that good stuff.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And that's the game, so let's go for a party heal. Just trying to pass turns now.
The slow death. Unforeseen.
Oh, we got a jute tapestry for that.
Unforgiving.
Great. I don't think the flesh can inflict horror, so we'll take that instead. We will top up our gold and take a free antivenom, why not? I wonder what jute is. Is it like a material? Is it the style it's made in? Oh, another trap popped up. Jendo, get in there. I don't like it when things pop up in the dungeon because usually they're worse than the things that were placed there at the start. As in worse for me, not worse for the game. Because in all video games, it's you versus the game, which is really you versus the designer. But they kind of set up the game so that you can win, so it's not really a fair fight, if you know what I mean. Right, torchlight to maximum.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Parties in the correct order. Not sure why they weren't in the correct order. Puzzling. Alright, fuck it, let's go. Fucking here we go, boys.
Squirming, contorting, and ever expanding.
Formless flesh has 3 bone zappers. I believe those are the high attack versions. So we're going to start using harvest, multiple targets, same health bar. Also multiple bleeds, same health bar. So that is one of the best moves for this fight. Do we set up retribution? Absolutely. I imagine we were taking a lot of hits. I would rather that Foxy took them than anyone else. We'll go for Hugh, multiple targets, same health bar.
Masterfully executed.
There we are. This retribution's already paying for itself. And we will go for heal. Fucking 30 heal. Yes, Kim. Why did it pass its turn? Because we got 2 healers. I think this one inflicts blight, and this is just the standard heads, like attack version. Harvest! More bleed for the bleed god! Yeah, that's the blight head. And the healing heads! Sort of negating my bleed damage, little assholes. We've still got retribution, so let's Defender the healer, why not? Kim, you can take a little swig of antivenom, dear. And then heal yourself. Thank you. Huge.
Well struck.
A 5 and a 37. There's 2 heads now. So yeah, they all have different levels of protection and stuff as well, so I should bear that in mind when targeting. Doesn't really affect Gender though, he's always going to attack the middle too, just for the stacked bleeds, which is doing work by the way. Blights everywhere. I was going to bring Blythe for this just so we could transfer blights around, but none of my holy characters, like this bitch and this bitch, would travel with him because he's Eldritch, and they don't look kingly on that. So even for Chop, because they both have such high protection, I'd rather just deal more damage to a single target, because even if I spread it out, it'll be less damage overall. Let's go for Bolster. Everyone's a little bit of... Actually, no, we need Retribution. Never mind. And then we need some big party heals. Sorry, I got distracted. Somebody was phoning me, but I've gotten a lot, and I mean a lot, of nuisance phone calls recently, to the point now where if I don't recognise the number, I'm just not picking up the phone. I mean, an individual heal for Dexter. Thank you. So yeah, somebody gave my number and the name Amanda Smith to one of these fucking nuisance phone companies, and it has been the bane of my life for weeks upon weeks upon weeks. And I've told every possible person that has phoned me to take me off the registers, and yet I'm still receiving the calls. It's a fucking pain in the arse. Anyway, rant over. Doesn't really affect you guys. You're just here to see me fail at video games. Oh, I should have targeted the head. It has less protection than the Bone Zephyr. He's at 9 health anyway. As soon as his middle section's act, he'll die. So you just have to keep everyone alive, or I can just finish this right now. Harvest! Oh, not yet. Oh, so I need to deal some damage actually with my 2 bleeds. Is this going to be enough damage? Yeah, game over, bitch!
Its destruction is a small consolation, given the implications of its terrible existence.
Because of the implication. You guys watch Sunny? You should.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Home time, we definitely got enough money, and we killed the boss! And we got an achievement which I can actually read, driven from this land. I don't know why, but my bottom bar isn't there today. I'm not questioning it, it's great. Oops, excuse me. Right, bunch of money, bunch of good stuff. No more bosses, which is good and bad news. Good news is we don't have to fight anymore with them. The bad news is now we have to go to the darkest dungeon.
Curiosity, interest, and obsession. Mile markers on my road to damnation.
Right, I believe we picked up a disease on Foxy. So let's get rid of that just now. Hemophilia, more likely to bleed. A terrible disease IRL, by the way. Hemophilia. Like, bless me. Right, Mike, you can go and gamble. Yeah, hemophilia, there are less platelets in your blood, almost no platelets actually, so that when you cut yourself, you just bleed, and bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed. So, like, tiny scratches and stuff, you have to go to the hospital, or, like, have it patched up. It's, pretty terrible. Right, new party members. There is a bounty hunter, but I'm not spending all that time leveling from 1 to 6. I really need people at like 4, 5 minimum. Yeah, I would say even 5 minimum. So it's going to be a stretch. I need 30 deeds. I'm not going to get them, but let's trade all these in for deeds, see how close we can get. What about crests? The exchange rate for crests is bollocks. I need to get 7 deeds. So 21 away from that is 33. Oh, that leaves me just enough if I can do maths. Which I can! Yay! Stagecoach 100%. So there'll be 8 heroes available next week for us to choose from, and some of them should be quite high level. Come on, maths! Now let's take everyone off party, which they already are for some reason. And yeah, next week, back into the darkest dungeon. Probably going to be recording on Sunday. Today is Friday. Yeah, so Sunday, Darkest Dungeon. Fucking here we go, boys. Possibly also the new DLC. I will look into it. If it's not too expensive, I will pick it up. It might actually be free. I haven't seen a price on it yet. I shall check it out. I'm most intrigued. And as per usual, thank you very much for watching. I shall catch you guys in the next episode. Bye!